Hey lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video we're going to be learning how to cut and sew this Bubu dress with an open back design. So if you're interested in learning how we achieve this style, please keep on watching and don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. This is the fabric I'll be working with and I have 3 yards of material. So if you have 2.5 to 3 yards, it's going to be enough. I've folded my fabric into 4 places like we normally do. So I'm going to use this paper to illustrate. Just fold your paper into 2 and then further fold it again into another 2. And this is how it is. So you have the closed edge and the open edges as we have on my fabric, just the way you're seeing it. So that is exactly how you will fold your fabric. So now we are going to start the measurement. So first off, we are going to mark our neck width. So for the neck width, I marked 4 inches for my neck width. And then for the front neck depth, I'm going to mark 2.5 inches. This is for the front neck depth. So I went ahead and marked it and then I'm going to connect it into a curve, just the way you see me doing. After that, I marked what I have left from the neckline to know if I'm going to cut off another fabric. But this is 18 inches and I'm going to just leave it. It's going to be my sleeve. So now the next step is to mark my back neckline. So for the back neckline, you can go down by how long, how deep you want it to be. So for me, I'm going to mark 16 inches. That is how low I want my back neckline to be. You can go deeper or you can even go up by 14 or 13 or 15 inches. After that, I marked my back neck width at 6.5 inches. So that is what I marked, 6.5 inches. And then I'm going to use my ruler to connect it all together. I'm also going to connect from that point to the neckline, just the way you see me doing. So just go ahead and connect it. Once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and cut off the front neckline. After cutting the front neckline, please go ahead and notch that point because we are going to use it later to know where our neckline starts. So I'm going to open this up now to work on the back neckline. You can continue marking the width of your dress and everything, but I want to work on the back neckline first. So I opened it up like this because we don't have any joining at the shoulder. The shoulder is going to be like that. We are not cutting it out. So that's why we notched that point to be sure that we know where our neckline started. Because if we cut our shoulder, it would have been easier to know. So now I'm going to cut off this back neckline. After cutting, I make sure to re-notch it again because we are most likely going to cut out the one we did before. So now the next step is to cut out our facing for this. So you're going to measure out what you have and then cut out a facing that's going to be enough and also have an allowance for you to fold over. So this is the fabric I'm using for my facing. I'm going to open this up and place it under just the way you see me doing. So make sure that you placed it properly and you have at least 2 inches allowance inside. So I'm just going to trace it out with my scissors. I'm just going to cut it out exactly how it is. After cutting out, just make sure that you have at least 2 inches up and below the facing. And then I'm also going to trim off the excess that I don't need because we are going to fold this in, so we don't need extra fabric. So I'll just trim it off. When I opened it up, this is how it looks. So it has that box shape. I'm going to open up my fabric now to be able to place it properly. So this is how it looks. I'm going to place this right sides facing each other, right sides facing each other. Just place it exactly how it is. So after that, we'll go over to my sewing machine to secure it. But before we do that, we are going to add our rope that we have at the back because we have a tie rope at the back. I'm going to come down by 2 inches from my neckline. So from that notch that we made, remember I said we are going to use that notch later. From that notch, we are going to come down by 2 inches. That is where our rope is going to be sitting. So I'll get my pin now and secure it there. I'll also do the same thing at the other side, come down by 2 inches. And I'm going to use my pin later to secure it before placing back my facing because we have to turn it together with the facing. Yeah, I'm placing back the facing, and after arranging it, I'm going to use my pin and pin it all around so that when we are sewing it, it doesn't move. So once I'm done with that, I'll go over to my sewing machine to sew it. So here I'm done sewing it together and I'm just removing my pins from it. After removing my pins, I'm going to notch this all round. You guys, this notching is very, very important. You have to notch it all round so that when you are turning it over, it is going to relax properly. So just go ahead and notch yours as well. Now we are going to turn this over, but I'll turn over to the other side of the fabric to do that properly. So here I'm just going to turn over the facing, just the way you see me doing. I'm going to turn it over and then I'm going to start pinning it together. If you're using hemming gum to secure yours, you don't need to do this. If you're using hemming gum, all you have to do is maybe sedge the mouth of this, like weave it, and then when you turn it over, you're just going to place your hemming gum and iron it. So, but me, I'm going to sew mine. That's why I'm using my pin to secure this. So I'll do this all around the facing. So you guys remember we have an elastic at the neck depth, the back neck depth. So I'm going to mark 2 inches up. That is where our elastic is going to start. I'll also do the same thing on the other side. I'll mark 2 inches up. I'm just securing this so that when we are working on it, we'll know where it's going to start. So I'll go ahead and sew all other places. I'll sew it all around. When you come to that 2 inches mark, just leave about half inch and then continue your sewing. That half inch, we are going to pass our elastic from there. From there, we'll continue sewing all around. And when you reach the other 2 inches point, you are also going to leave about half inch and then sew all around. I'll still explain this better when we reach there. So now I want to complete my boo because remember I told you before that we've not completed our measurement. So I'm going to fold this back in like the way it was in the beginning when we were cutting. Can you see how it is now? So we're going to continue marking our width and the sleeve length because we've not done this before. That's why I told you initially that if you want, before working on the back neckline, you can continue this process before going into the back neckline so you don't get confused. But this was just how I did my own. So now we are going to continue with the marking. Remember, there is no joining at our shoulder. So I folded this back into four like we normally fold our boo when we want to cut. So the first thing I'll be working on is our armhole, our sleeve opening. So I'm going to come down by 12 inches for this. Remember that we don't have any shoulder slope for this dress because we don't have any opening at the shoulder. So I'll just rule the line across like this and then I'm going to mark the width of this dress. For the width, I use the highest part of my body measurement, which is my hip measurement, divided by 4 plus extra 6 inches allowance. You can do 5 inches or 4 inches, depending on how big you want your gown to be. So I measured the total width, which was 17 inches. So I went ahead to mark it all the way to the end of this dress. After marking it, I'm going to create my armhole curve. You can see the way I'm curving it with my free hand. And then I'm going to use my scissors to cut it all out. So once I was done, this is what I have. I've also gone ahead to cut out my pockets. I have a video on how to attach your pocket easily to your boo. I'm going to link it on the screen so you watch the process there. So now we are going to continue working on the back neckline because we've not finished. So I'm going to stitch and leave those half inches I told you guys at the bottom of that neckline. So see what I have here. I've already stitched round and this is what it is looking like. Remember to leave space for your elastic because we are going to pass an elastic through. You guys remembered how we came up by 2 inches to mark where our elastic is going to start. So I omitted that part. I did not sew that part. So when you are sewing round or when you are using hemming gum, remember to leave space for that elastic because that's where we are going to pass our elastic from. So from that small hole I left, I'm going to pass my elastic. For my elastic, the length is 10 inches. The length I used in this video, but I advise you to cut out 8 inches because I ended up removing some inches later. So as you're passing this, be very careful so that you will not lose your elastic inside. So to do that, you have to pin this one at this edge. use your pin to secure it so it doesn't go inside. If you're passing this through, this is the time you determine how tight you want yours to be. So everything lies in your hands. Like you have to control how tight you want it to be or how loose you want it to be. So when I brought it out, I had to make some adjustments and then I had to cut out some elastic. That's why I said you can use 8 inches. So before I cut out, I'll go ahead and pin this. So I'll make sure that it does not move. So after that, I'll cut it out and then after I'll go over to my sewing machine to just stitch it back so it stays firm. Another thing we are going to add is a small belt. You can see what I have. We are going to add two small belts at that same point that we have our elastic. So the two belt is going to be on the inside. You see how I placing it is going to be tied inside your clothes to give it that snatched and relaxed look at the back. So after I'll go over to my sewing machine to just secure them together. So we are going to continue with the rest of the fabric. You can see I've put my pocket. So I'll just go over to my sewing machine and sew this with the sewing allowance that we left. I'll also go and hem the edges of this dress. So once you do that, I think we are done with this dress and you can see it is a very, very simple tutorial. So this is what we have. We've done everything. We've joined it by the sides with the sewing allowance that we have. And this is how it is looking. If you watched to this point, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comments and I'm going to respond to you. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.